Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at the energy around that full moon that is happening in Sagittarius on June 14th. It is a super full moon. It is happening in the United States at 7:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please check your time zone to know when they're happening for you, but I believe all around the world it is happening on June 14th. So this energy of this full moon is happening at 23 degrees of Sagittarius, which puts it really close to the galactic center, which means that what you release and let go of, you can actually eliminate permanently from your life if you so choose. So it is a big release, a big letting go opportunity. So your overall energy here is clearing the way. What do you need to clear out of your life? So those eclipses have been helping you to do that, and now there is an opportunity for you to really take a look at the situation and see how can you facilitate the big letting go that you're being encouraged to do in order to create space for those seeds of intention that you planted. Wow, I can see you're going to do it too. This is very exciting. Okay, so first off, this is past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. Center is the key to the situation. And the key to the situation is you have the sands of time, but the sands of time is in reverse. And so when the sands of time is in reverse, you actually have more time than you think, but it is imperative that you take action now. Like, I want to say the sands are filling back in, right? So an hourglass, when it's emptying out, you're running out of time. But when it's in the reverse, that means you're not running out of time. But I think it's because you're making steps already. I think you're understanding that there is something that needs to be changed, and you have more time than you think. So in the recent past, we have the bird's nest, and it's in the reverse. So the bird's nest in the reverse means you're thinking about matters around the home that are disruptive and they feel topsy-turvy. So it could be that you had a storm come through and there's damage to your house. It could be something physical like that. It could be that the children have flown the nest, and now what does life look like? It could be that you're awaiting the arrival of a child. It could be that you had some kind of a family event that has turned the whole thing upside down, and it's got you looking at things from a different viewpoint. Because in the heart space, the reason I think it could be that you're actually waiting for a child, we have the birth in reverse, which means there's some kind of a delay around a new beginning. So could it be a child? Absolutely. But it could be a new beginning, as in maybe you're moving someplace and you've been stuck in a karmic pattern that you needed to release yourself from. And the eclipses in your sign are helping you to do that, and Uranus in your sign is helping to do that. And all of this energy is being trained by Pluto, who wants to help transform things, hanging out up there in Capricorn. And so there is a lot of energy that is supporting you making big changes, getting yourself out of situations. So what's really interesting here is, and what's the challenge, is you have the scribe. And so the scribe is somebody who is thinking and working and researching, but what is in reverse is the Akashic records. And so I think you've been trying to think your way through a situation that really your intuition would be a better guide. Your intuition would be a better guide. And I think you figure that out. So, I just want you to also see this transformation is being protected by Archangel Michael. You and your family are safe. That's what he just said. You and your family are safe. You are safe and protected through this process of transformation, which, by the way, shows you getting out of the karmic trench. This is the karmic trench in the upright. In the reverse, the action to take is releasing yourself. That means that the action to take is to release yourself from a karmic situation, to let it go, to release either you've been carrying some emotional baggage and you've been angry at someone for a long time. It's time to let it go. It could be that you need to release an ex and let it go. It could be that you need to release anger and resentment over maybe something that happened in your childhood or a loss of a job. You're like, Maybe your life was going along really great, and then there was that big downturn economically in 2008, and you're still angry about it, having to recover all the financial loss. It's really hard to say, but something's dragging you down and holding you back. And so it's delaying this birth, this new opportunity from coming in. You still have time. You still have time. But you need to take action. In the area of where your thoughts are, we have the reflection in reverse. So when the reflection is in reverse, okay, so when it's this way, you are noticing how what goes on out there is being reflected in your life. But when it's like this is when you understand that what you feel inside, what you're doing inside, how you're responding inside, it's being reflected into the outer world. So your thoughts are actually creating your situation. And when you recognize that, that gives you so much power to change. All you have to do is change the way you look at something, a new perspective. Change the way you're looking at a situation that will allow you to understand that it isn't that what is going on in the world out there is affecting you. It's what you're doing that is affecting what is going on in your world. And that's when you bring yourself into balance. And balance in the heart space is in the upright. That's the best way to get that. Because the action to take here looks like Uranus. It is the 8 of forces, the lightning bolt. This is dramatic change. This is decision making. This is doing that thing that changes everything, that allows you to clear the things out of your way that will release you from the karmic trench. So, I want to take a look at this lightning bolt action because I feel like everything else is really clear, but let's just see if we can't figure out, a little bit more about what kind of a sudden change that Taurus needs to make. Ooh, Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords, 7 of Crystals. This right here is a perspective change, right? When everything is upside down, it's a perspective change. The 9 of Swords, the way through it is perspective change that is self-empowering. It is a porcupine. It is a porcupine. So, things about porcupines. They are not an aggressive creature. They are a defensive creature, right? If you could, so whichever way you are you someone who lets everybody decide what happens and you just go on the defense to go with the flow to keep everything balanced? Or are you somebody who is a little more aggressive and you tell people how it has to go and that makes them bristle up? Whatever way you're doing it, consider what would happen if you did it the other way. Because it's more than just you being Taurus that's going to affect how you do things. Your rising sign actually has a lot more to do with that. And in this case, also where your Mars is. Because Mars is how we take action when we're stressed out. Or it's our physical action. It's our warrior spirit. So really depending on those planet placements, you could be either one. Either one of those things. So whatever you're doing though, shifting that up in order to create to rebalance. I think it's about the self-reflection of knowing where you are. The 7 of Crystals and the Ace of Feathers says this. It says that you have options and the options will yield results. And you have the mental clarity to build the foundation that you want. This is mental clarity. I think that it helps you to narrow the options down. I think it helps you to say, this is where I am going to manifest from. This is what I want. This is my choice. This is my decision. This is what I'm going to take and make happen. Focused energy energy is the lightning bolt. It's energy. And when you focus it in one particular area, all that energy of a lightning bolt, when it hits the ground, that's a lot of focused energy and it totally changes what's going on right there. And you are being asked to to make a choice and a decision and focus your energy on it to create the change. There's a lot of waiting energy here with the 9 of feathers and the 7 of crystals. But the Ace of feathers, this is the clarity. This is the clarity that changes everything. So you'll have to think on that, see how that works for you. I'd love to hear your comments on that. I appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up. And I am on Facebook every day if you would like a little daily guidance. It's at Moonlit Waters on Facebook. I hope to see you soon. I'll be back next week. You guys take care.